Hi guys, welcome to Engineering Chemistry Lesson 6 Electrochemical Corrosion with Mechanism and Types of Corrosion. In the previous class we have discussed about dry corrosion or chemical corrosion. Today we are going to discuss about the wet or electrochemical corrosion. The live example of wet or electrochemical corrosion is in homes where copper tubing is used for plumbing, and there is always a small amount of dissolved copper ion in the water. When this water encounters steel piping or a chrome plated bathroom sink drain, the more noble copper plate will plate out on the other metal, producing a new metals in contact corrosion cell. And also the rusted out cars and bathroom stains you can see in the home. And coming to the mechanism of wet corrosion, this type of corrosion is observed when a conducting liquid is in contact with the metal. See, in dry corrosion, we have discussed the corrosion takes place in the absence of moisture, but in wet corrosion it takes place in the presence of moisture, or the metal is in contact with the liquid or any liquid, even sometimes in water also. So when two dissimilar metals or alloys are either immersed or partially immersed in a solution, this type of corrosion will occur. The corrosion occurs due to the existence of separate anodic and cathodic areas or parts between which current flows through the conducting solution. In the anodic area, oxidation takes place, and the anodic metal will get destroyed by dissolving or forming a compound such as an oxide. Hence, corrosion always occurs at anodic areas. So, if metal undergoes oxidation, it will liberate electron. The metal will lose its electron, and the metallic ion will be formed. So the metallic ion combines with the electrons, then get deposited at the cathode. In cathodic area, reduction takes place. The metal which is acting as a cathode in its reduced form only is in its reduced form only. Therefore, it cannot be further reduced. Therefore, cathodic reactions do not affect the cathode. So, at cathodic part, dissolved constituents present in the conducting medium accepts the electrons to form some ions like hydroxyl, oxide etc. The metallic ions from anodic part and non-metallic ions from the cathodic part diffuse towards each other through the conducting medium and form a corrosion product somewhere else between anode and cathode. The electrons which are set free at anodic part flow through the metal, and they consumed in the cathodic region. So we may sum up the mechanism of electrochemical process, which involves first point, the formation of anodic and cathodic areas when the metal is in contact with the liquid, and the electrical contact between anodic and cathodic parts to enable the conduction of electrons. So third point is an electrolyte through which the ions can diffuse or migrate. This is usually provided by the moisture. And corrosion of anode only will occur. Then finally the formation of corrosion products is somewhere in between cathode and anode. So the mechanism is the reaction at anode is always oxidation reaction, and it is associated with the dissolution of metal. So there are two mechanisms depending on the nature of electrolyte in contact. They are hydrogen evolution and oxygen absorption. First, let us see the hydrogen evolution. This type of reaction occurs at the cathode in concentrated acidic environment, mostly the pH less than 4. Usually ion surface is covered with oxide at least a few points, or it may difference in hydrogen over potential from point to point. Due to this, some areas act as cathode with respect to other areas, which behaves as anode of the cell, and galvanic corrosion will occur. At the anode, iron get dissolved that is iron get oxidation. Oxidation means metal dissolution. Metal dissolution means corrosion. So at the cathode, the hydrogen ions will accept the electrons from the metal electrons, which will liberate hydrogen. So it is clear from the reaction that hydrogen evolution type of corrosion occurs by simple displacement of hydrogen ion from the acidic solution by the metal ion. So all the metals placed above hydrogen in the EMF series will have tendency to corrode by this type of corrosion. It is clear that both the electrodes will get polarized as the corrosion proceeds. Second type is oxygen absorption. Oxygen absorption occurs in mild acidic or alkaline environment, pH greater than 4. The above process for the rusting of iron taking an electrolyte of aqueous solution of sodium chloride. So at anode, ferric chloride will be formed. At cathode, NaOH will be formed. So both anodic product and cathodic product are soluble in water and diffuse towards each other. Okay, so the hydroxyl ions formed at the cathode and the iron metal Fe2 plus formed at the anode will form ferric hydroxide. If enough oxygen is present, it is the FeOH twice is easily oxidized to FeOH thrice, that is ferric hydroxide. So the product is called yellow rust, and if the supply of oxygen is limited, the corrosion product may be even black anhydrous magnetite Fe3O4. So these are the difference between dry and wet corrosion. Pause this video and go through the difference between dry and wet corrosion. And coming to the types or forms of corrosion, there are 8 forms of corrosion. So we are going to see only galvanic corrosion, concentration cell corrosion or differential aeration corrosion, and pitting corrosion. Galvanic corrosion. It takes place when two different metals are in contact or jointly exposed to the corrosive environment, and the metal which is higher up in the electrochemical series or the metal which occupies in the highest series will act as a negative electrode, and they act as an anode and undergoes corrosion. Example, zinc. In case of zinc and copper, zinc will undergo corrosion. In case of zinc and aluminium, zinc will undergo corrosion. In case of iron and copper, iron will undergo corrosion. Okay, so how can we avoid? The galvanic the coupling of two metals can be avoided. So by referring the electrochemical series, we have to couple the metals according to the electrochemical series, and or providing the insulating material between two metals can also prevent the galvanic corrosion. And coming to the concentration cell corrosion, it occurs when metallic surface is partially immersed in an electrolyte and partially exposed to the air. So the poorly oxygenated metallic part becomes anode and undergoes corrosion. So the well oxygenated area becomes cathode, and that part will be prevented from corrosion. And coming to the pitting corrosion, it is a non-uniform corrosion occurring from a localized or accelerated attack, resulting in the formation of pits, cavities and pinholes in the metal. The formation of a small anodic and large cathodic areas set up differences of potential at localized spots to pit, which produces the corrosion current. So the pitting of metal occurs when there is a break in the protective layer. So once a small pit is formed, the rate of corrosion will be increased like this. Galvanic series. So the passivation of metal or alloy shows high corrosion resistance due to the formation of highly protective, very thin, invisible surface film. This galvanic series is prepared, which gives real information regarding corrosion behavior of metals or alloys in a given environment. This is the galvanic series. So pause this video for a while, go through the metals which occupy in the top position, so they are susceptible to corrosion attack. And coming to the factors influencing corrosion, the position in the galvanic series. Actually the factors are based on the two types, nature of metals and the nature of environment. And first let us see the nature of metals. Position in the galvanic series. So the metal present, the metals present in the higher in the EMF series or galvanic series are more active, and it undergoes corrosion. If the impurity or purity, so impurity of metal generally causes heterogeneity, and it becomes anode, then that part get corroded. A nature of the surface film. So for the nature of the surface film, please refer the Pilling-Bedworth rule. If the specific volume ratio is lesser, then if the greater the specific volume ratio, lesser is the oxidation corrosion rate. So the examples has been displayed here. And the nature of the corrosion product, if the corrosion products formed are soluble, then corrosion will occur at a faster rate. If it is insoluble, the corrosion will be suppressed. And if the corrosion product is volatile also, the corrosion will be rapid and continuous. And coming to the corroding environment, temperature increases, corrosion rate will also increases. When there is a humidity, corrosion will be more, and if pH is less, corrosion will be more. In acidic media, corrosion will be more. I hope you understand this topic. Thank you for watching.